Hello and welcome to the H&M Show. My name is Michael.
And I'm Heather. And you know what?
What?
Every single week we ask this question, Michael, what does H&M, I mean, it's been like for a whole year, right? For a whole year now, we've been asking, what does H&M stand for? So I'm going to ask it again.
That's
I'm
right.
going to ask it. What does it stand for?
One last time, I guess, right? Because here, you know what it stands for this time? It stands for Heather and Michael.
Interesting. Interesting. It's very appropriate that it finally stands for Heather and Michael, because this is the last time I'm going to ask you that question.
That's true.
And I'm going to get through this without tearing up, because it's the last time the H&M Show will air.
As the H&M Show. As the H&M Show.
Sounds so dramatic. It's the last time the H&M Show will air. It is. It's the last one. It's so dramatic. But don't panic. No need to panic, because
we're not going anywhere, right?
We're just changing the name. That's
all.
Right.
That's right. That is funny.
All right. Now nobody else wants to watch the rest of this. So.
All right. Have a good day, folks. Enjoyed seeing you. It was a blast. A lot of fun. Good night. Good night. And no, that's right.
Okay, so
Andrew says out there in the comments, I got to put this one up because it's so funny. And it's so true. He says, wow, he remembered the audio.
That's excellent.
I know.
I was going to ask if you did, because I did not want to repeat this the last show again. Because I will tear up if I have to. So it is the last H&M Show. We are changing the name. We're going to tell you a little bit later on what it is that we're changing the name to and the reasons behind all that. But first, Michael, we have a show to do.
We do, don't we?
Let's talk about something cool.
Let's get into that. a little bit. First of all, I want to say, let me just say this first. I want to say thank you to everybody. You know, we have a community that we built, a lot of people we know, a lot of people that hopefully have learned a whole bunch. I really hope you have learned a lot. I hope that there's value in the community. I hope others that watch this get that same value, because to me, it's all about community. It's not just about me. It's not just about you or whatever. That's one thing when we first started doing this. We said, hey, this would be fun because you and I enjoy chatting to each other and having a good time like this. But one of the biggest things out there, and I want everybody to encourage everyone to try and join the community still, because we're still going to have the community. We're still going to do all that kind of stuff. We're still going to do workshops. It was very rewarding to me, and I have to say this to you, Heather, so you hear this. But I had one of our members say to me today, says, I went back and watched a full workshop to learn all about OBS. And he said, I'm going to tell you what, just the way you teach, and I did everything you told me to do inside there. And he said, that helped me so much. So to me, that makes this worth it. That's my opinion. And I just wanted to say that before I got going any further. I
know. But Michael, we were going to talk about all that stuff later.
I know. I couldn't help it. I couldn't help it. All right, let's get.
You know what? Honestly, this has been a really great year. This experience with doing the show has been something you and I have talked about, doing something like this for a very long time. And it took us a while to pull the trigger. And once we did, it was like way more fun than we ever thought it would be. And we've learned so much.
Yes.
I'm not even talking about the tech stuff,
right?
You know, like I'm talking about doing the show. So I want to get to all of that. I think we can talk about more of that stuff when we make the announcement of what the new name is and the reason why we're making that decision and all that stuff as we go. And community is fun. That's what Gord just said. Community is fun. And Michael Daniels showed me this when he pushed me to go live with him on Monday and just roll with it. See?
There you go. That's awesome.
And it's moments like that. That's what this has always been about, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's moments like that where we're able to share with folks what it is that we love, and we've learned things that we didn't even know we were ever going to have to learn, and it's been so much fun to bring that. And like you've always said, helping others is what everything we do is about, and it's been the drive since day one. So
for sure.
I guess we have nothing less to talk about. So
all right. No. I'm sorry. I got off on a tangent, but I had to say that. I wanted to say at the beginning, and we'll say it at the end again. So we'll go through all this again later. But
I'm going to get through it without any emotional response.
Okay.
That's what my promise tonight. No
okay.
emotional responses. So let's just twitch a little.
All right. Okay, so we're going to twitch a little. All right, so here I am. I am at the sign-in page for Twitch.
Yeah,
tonight we're talking about Twitch.
Could you, all right, I'm ready. If you will sign in, everything hinges around you signing in. If you do not have an account for Twitch, don't worry about it. I mean, there's no reason for you to get an account right now. Just watch what we're going to go through. It's all very basic. We want to walk you through Twitch and then just basically show you what buttons to push and where to go to find what. That's what tonight's all about. If you have more questions about Twitch in depth, good luck. But no, you can ask us later or in the community if you're a community member. That's for sure. We're going to be talking about that. So.
Yes, and I'm going to be honest. I'm going to say straight up forward, I am not an expert. So I'm learning while you're learning. And so comments out there, if you've been on Twitch and you're a Twitch member and you do stuff out there in Twitch, then please
we're
interject.
Looking forward to hearing what you guys have to say, because there's some things that we're not sure on. So I guess the bottom line of this whole thing is that we're interested in seeing what it's all about, because Twitch has opened up the doors to creatives. And so we're looking at finding our way into that door, and we figured we'll learn with you guys. So if you are somebody who uses Twitch, this may be like old hat to you, but then we're just asking you to just sort of share stuff in the comments. Especially if you are watching this in replay, please comment below and let us know.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay? That is key too. Yes, absolutely. Anybody put something in the comments that you can add that can help us out, because we're learning this just like some of you are learning this. So, all right.
Yeah. Okay. So welcome to Twitch. You are now at your home screen. You signed in with your username and your password, and this is not your home screen. Why are you here?
All right, this is my home. Okay, I'm sorry. This is my dashboard. I'm sorry. You want me to go to the channel?
Yeah, click on the word Twitch on the left. What did you click on? You clicked on stuff without being.
I did. You're right. So here's your home screen. I'm sorry.
All right.
I apologize.
Welcome to Twitch. This is your home screen.
There you go.
All right, go ahead and pause that video so we don't get. We don't want to show people stuff we don't necessarily want.
Okay. All right. So there's my home page.
You are on your home screen, and I want to just sort of introduce you to what's around here. So you can see over on the left side, there's like a menu thingy there, and on mine, it's out. So I think if you click that arrow that's up in the blue there, oh, look at that, it expands. Okay, so what you'll see over here is the channels that you follow, any friends that you have, and if they're online, you can see that stuff there, and then and that's all in that black area there. So, and it encourages you to share with online friends and connect and stuff like that. So that's where you see it. It's almost like a control panel. So then that you have that great big blue bar across the top. That's encouraging you to connect to Prime.
With Prime, yeah.
And you can have a free trial for 30 days if you'd like to give that a shot. That's
tell them what that is. Tell them what that is. What is Prime?
Yeah. Okay, so Prime is when you're with Amazon, if you have a Amazon Prime account, you get like free shipping and all that stuff. Well, you also can connect it to your Twitch account, and then you can get some freebies every month, including a free subscription. And we'll talk about subscriptions as we go, but you could actually subscribe to your favorite Twitch account every month for free, or is included in your subscription there. So
for Prime, for being a Prime member, right? For being a Prime member.
Being a Prime member.
Cool.
On Twitch. Yes.
Okay. I have to mute this guy again. He just wants to get that video going, so I'll have to mute that. All right, here we go.
Okay, so we're going to talk about this white area here that you see. There's basically 2 columns. If you, yeah, that's what we're going to look at. Okay, so underneath that blue bar, again, if you have Prime and you've connected your Amazon account, then that blue bar goes away. But the 2 columns, the one on the left-hand side, you'll see there, it has you have a welcome box because this is a brand new account. But underneath that box is like a place where you can type in. This would be like you making a post for people who follow you would be able to see your message. So this is your message box that goes out to your followers. Okay.
Nice.
And I'll show you where that shows up on your channel later, but that's so you could just log right in and then automatically say, hey guys, I'm live streaming tonight. I hope you'll join me and we're going to have some fun doing some cool stuff, whatever. So that's that first box on the left there. And then underneath that is some recommended stuff. So here is where you will find, if you've been watching on Twitch and you've been seeing, the things that you're interested in, then Twitch will suggest to you some stuff because of your behavior. You might be interested in these streamers too. And if you're live right now, it'll say that there.
Okay.
So that's kind of
cool.
And then it'll also be, if you were following anyone, you would see their feed there as well. So if they left a message saying they were, not able to stream tonight, or, hey guys, I've got a really cool thing I'm doing on Saturday. I'd like you to come see our workshop, stuff like that.
Oh, cool. Right? Then you would see it there. Nice. So you'd see all that. Excellent. Okay.
Exactly. So then on the right-hand side, we have DJ Matt. What is that? The DJ sessions over there. That section, that video, is a Twitch recommended. They call it featured broadcasters. So they're featuring a live broadcaster right now. I don't know how you get on that page yet, but I'm guaranteed I will find out. So they're featuring a live streamer right now, and then it gives you can watch it. It'll automatically play when you get on there. You can pause it and everything. And then it has a description box below. You can follow him if you want to follow that person there with that purple box with the heart. And then scroll down just a little bit.
Sure.
You'll see some mini thumbnails. Those are more featured live right now channels.
Nice.
So that's just some stuff to check out if you're just curious what's being featured and what's live right now. Right below that is and remember, again, I'm going to be going through all of this really, really quickly.
Yes.
So this is just an overview, everybody. So right below that is followed games. Oh, you have topped games. Oh, interesting. Well, if you weren't a brand new account, you would have.
Okay.
Because that's what I had on mine.
Okay. I love it.
All right. So the next section, if you've been following people, would be followed games. We're going to explore that in a little bit. Okay. So you are looking at now the Twitch generated by viewership top games. Top games. So this is probably not going to change too much over time. I mean, like from hour to hour or from day to day per se, but over the couple of months, trends happen. Fortnite's really hot right now. It's a game. Don't ask me how I know anything about Fortnite.
Both my kids play, so I understand that.
Yeah,
so I get it.
I know. Same here. So I had to actually reach out to an expert on Twitch, my son. So anyway,
love it.
I'm like, explain to me anyway, we'll just get onto that. So that is pretty much your homepage right there. Okay.
Do you want to, before we go any further, do you want to do any comments, or you want me to just kind of go or keep going?
Yeah, if there's comments, let's
there's a couple. No. There's a couple there. So, question: is the Amazon Prime thingy available in Australia, or do you know?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
the last time I was in Australia, I didn't even need Amazon Prime. I mean, I'm sorry, Roz. I don't know. I'm sorry.
We're not sure, so we don't know. But try it and see. Who knows? Do you have Prime in Australia? So maybe you can help us out.
You have Amazon, right?
Yeah, I'm sure.
Do you guys even have an Amazon?
Yeah. Check that out. See, let us know, because that'd be great for some feedback to let everybody know that too. So anybody else that's watching. Gord says, what is a Twitch subscription? Do you pay to see channels or donate? And are we going to get to that in just a minute? We're going to get to that?
We can talk about that right now, actually, because I don't have that on my notes. As I just want to do the overview thing, but let's talk about subscriptions. So
Okay.
what's the point of the word subscriptions with Twitch? Twitch is the ability for you to live stream is open to anyone. Okay, you can live stream, and you can go watch live streamers. You can even watch recordings. You can actually post videos that would be considered videos on demand, or VODs, they call them. Um, all that's available to us. Now, whether you get paid or not depends on how long you've been on the platform, how much you stream, and passing a certain number of steps to become an affiliate, and then a certain more number of steps to become a partner. Okay, so the brief overview of this is, once you become an affiliate or a partner, then you can start earning money in different ways by getting basically a tip, or they call them bits, I think.
Yeah, I think that's right. I think I heard that. Yeah, absolutely.
Where people who watch your streams like what you're doing, they basically throw some money at you, and it's basically buying what they call bits, and then you can divvy your bits up to different people and say, here's a couple.
That's kind of cool, actually. That way you can put it out to the what are those people called? The ones that are putting content out there. You can give them that, support
like
the ones you want. Yeah, it's like a tip.
Yeah,
exactly. Yeah.
So this is like a direct I like what you're doing, so here's some coins.
That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool.
And then
they're not Bitcoins, are they? They're not Bitcoins.
I don't think so. That's a whole nother topic.
We're not going there. That's right.
And then subscriptions are monthly payments of $4.99, and I think they can actually be different numbers, but the one that I've seen the most of, and that I know for sure, so that's what I'm going to talk about, is $4.99. It's a basic subscription to the channel, and you're basically saying, I subscribe to you, I support you, I like what you're doing. And you can do that for whomever you want to pay for, and as many as you want, and for as long as you want. So if you decide after a month of it, it turns out I don't like what you're doing, then you can remove your subscription, whatever. So
there you go.
And then there's rewards for you too. If you are a subscriber, you get certain things, and every channel has different things that they offer. And there's just, the sky is the limit. So if you personally were going to subscribe to, let's just pretend that Michael has reached the status with the new channel on Twitch of being able to gain subscribers, then you subscribe to his channel. He could offer you like special emotes. They call them emoticons. When you put a little smiley face in your chat. It wouldn't be just a plain old smiley face. It would be something special that you have created, or that you've put out there for your users to have. They would be able to do different things based on what it is that you want to offer. Maybe you want to give them like a code, a special discount code to your merchandise page or something, if you have t-shirts for sale, or whatever. It's totally up to you, and gamers do.
It's a way for you to promote, right? I mean, it's a way for you to put out and promote and get your stuff out there and kind of show, and
and
people
then when
people
use your emojis over in other chats, they can be like, oh, that's cool, where'd you get that from? And they can then tell them
go. That's cool.
About you.
Yeah, that's cool. That's awesome.
Neat
good stuff
like that.
All right, another couple
like
few
the club, right?
Yeah, that's right. A few more quick comments I see out here. Richard says Prime costs about $15 a month, from what I've seen.
Prime on Twitch does, yes. It's free the first 30 days, and then it's $14.99 a month.
Yeah, from what I've seen, it looks like Twitch.
And you get a lot of different things. There's stuff if you're a gamer. There's you get like free game stuff, and anyway.
There you go. And
no ads. That's what I like.
Yeah,
no ads.
I know. So Gord says, so you're saying that your Prime membership gives you so many bits, and then you pay them out, and in addition, you can buy bits to do more.
Sort of. Yep.
Yeah, to a certain extent.
Yep.
Yeah, and I know my kids buy bits as well to donate out to people that they watch. I know that they do that. And I'm like, dude,
I think you can spend like $10 and get like 1,000 bits. Like the more you spend, the larger the package. It's like going. You know what it's like? It's like going to the video game Parlor, I'm dating myself,
Yeah.
but remember when we used to stand in front of Pac-Man?
Yeah.
Okay, well now they let you buy like a virtual, like a card that you would swipe. You don't put coins in the machines anymore. I don't know if you knew that.
Yeah.
But you swipe the card. Well, the more credits that you buy, the less it costs per credit. It's the same thing with bits. So if you were to buy 1,000 bits, it would only cost $10. Got it? Okay.
Yeah, anyway. No, I get it. And what Richard says there, he says, from what I've seen, it looks like Twitch is a lot about gaming. He's right, it is. But I'm telling you, a lot of people are making the move, and I think that it's going to change pretty substantially in the future. I think it's a future thing for creative
we're
side.
Reading about Twitch. Yeah, everything we're reading about Twitch aims towards them wanting to make changes and them wanting to bring in new creatives.
I think because Amazon got involved too. I think that's one of the big things.
And so the thing is, they're trying to make some changes to that. So if you want to open up a new door into a new platform that there's nothing like you out there, this is the place to do that. So it's kind of exciting that way. So now that leads us back to our notes, because as we go through this, we're going to see somewhere special that is kind of sort of hidden. If you didn't know this, part, you wouldn't know where you can find these new creatives. Okay?
All right.
So let's go back to the page. You're on it. Awesome. Let's look at the menus across the top. Okay? So the very first one.
Following.
Is the following tab. Oh, good. We're on the same place. Okay, so the following tab is where you would see the games that you follow, and all that stuff is there. So I think that you haven't quite set up your area yet. So what it's asking you right now is, what kinds of things are you interested in? Because they want to help you get connected. Now, I will tell you from my experience, I am not interested in gaming.
Right.
I don't know if anyone watching is interested in gaming, whether they're watching us live or recorded. Let us know in the comments. Are you interested in gaming? Quick, yes or no? No, I'm not interested in gaming. Yes, I am. So if you are not interested in gaming, no panic. It's not like you have to choose or you're going to die here. So I clicked on, I don't even remember what I clicked on over here, but
I did browse. That's where I went and found what I wanted.
Okay, so what I did in this section here, where it says for you, overview channels, hosts, games, communities, it says choose some games that you'd like to follow, and you have to pick at least 3 before you can move on. You have to.
Okay.
So I picked them. I just picked 3. I picked 3 that didn't look scary.
Okay.
Because I didn't want them to share with me anything scary.
All right, so if I just pick these.
But I actually haven't been recommended anything based on this.
All right.
So it's all about what you watch.
Okay.
All right, so just pick 3 and move on. That's what you got to do.
I picked 3. Now what do I do?
All right.
I think I did. I don't know. Let me try and see. Okay, that one. I picked that one. Here, let me pick it. Okay, I picked this one. And I'll pick.
Oh, so you got to put the hearts on them. You got to put the hearts on them. But anyway, okay. Isn't it have a thing to go next down at the bottom?
Let me see. Pick. Does that mean pick when I hit it? I don't know.
I think when it has a heart on it. Yeah, it has a heart on it. No, yep.
That? Or is it with a line through it? I don't know. I don't know. I'm trying. I don't know. What is Casino? Dungeons and Dragons? I don't know.
This gentleman in the audience, his name is Stephen Daniels, says Hearthstone is awesome as well.
Okay. Stephen. All right. Okay. So I guess I don't know.
There isn't a go to the next thing? All right. Just go to overview.
Overview. All right. I'm going to overview. There you go.
Thank you.
All right. So I did pick 2 of them. I picked 2.
Okay. There they are. Okay. All right, so the following tab is what we're on, right? Did you click on the following tab? Because it didn't seem like you did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Up at the top. Up at the very top.
Yes, following tab.
This is like herding cats.
Following tab.
Here we go.
For you. There you go. Oh, because the legal. Okay, so I got you. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I apologize.
So that's okay. You're fine. All right. So now that you have some interest there, they're giving you some things there. But if you had actually followed any channels right now, you'd have your channels that you follow listed right here.
Okay.
Okay. All right. So then go back up to the top, and the purple thing says Browse tab. Let's click on Browse.
This is what I love. This is the part I fell in love with. Go ahead.
This is really cool because here you can actually click on Show Me Games, Communities, Creative Communities, Channels. This is really cool. We're not going to go into all of that. We're just going briefly over it because I want to show you something really special. So don't click there yet.
Dang,
all
okay.
right. And then you can also sort them by popularity or by relevance. So is it more important that you find the creatives, or is it more important that you find the most popular creatives?
Mm-hmm.
Right? Okay. Mm-hmm. So the next thing in the purple tab is Get Desktop. Don't click it. When you click it, it's going to take you to another thing to get the app for your Windows 10 machine. So you could actually have the Twitch app. That's what that's about.
Okay.
Okay. And then the next one is Store. Don't click it. Oh, you have Try Prime.
Mm-hmm.
If you are a Prime member, it says Store. So Try Prime would take you to the thing to go become a Prime member and give you all the information of all the stuff you'll get. So that's where you find that information. Once you are a Prime member, it says Store, and you get to go to Amazon and purchase Twitch products. Then there's 3 dots. Click that. This is where the gem is.
Okay.
All right. Roz wants to know what's their definition of creatives. We're going to see it right now. If you just look at this list, I don't want to go into much of it, but if you look at this list, this is where you'll find tons of stuff about Twitch, their blog, where you can find things about what is a subscription and why would I do that? All that kind of stuff is found in there. There's music and a store and all kinds of things. Information about partners, all that is there. But do you see the one that says creative?
Yes.
Click it.
Okay.
Now this, I was so stoked when I found this because you know me, I'm a creative, right? And this is the answer to Roz's question. What is their definition of creative? Mm-hmm. Their definition of creative is really up to the person who puts themselves into the creative category because they don't determine whether you're creative or not. You do. So there are people who draw, people who do digital work, people who paint. There are people who do a lot of different stuff. There's I saw something the other day. There's a gal who paints with sand. Like cool. A light table, and she moves the sand around. She's really good. Anyway, there's so many different things. I've never really seen a lot of these things that I had gone in here and started looking at. And you can see jewelry making, all kinds of things are in here. A lot of digital art. So if you really like to see digital work get done, you can watch it here. But what I liked about going through all of these was that I found there's not a lot who do what I do. So I feel very excited about bringing something new to the table. There's a lot of things here, but there's not a lot of people are doing what I do. So I feel like it's an open platform for a lot of us in the audience who are watching, and just take a minute and go check and see that a lot of them said no to the gaming, nope to gaming, not interested in gaming. So I'm excited that you're not interested in gaming because there's more there than gaming at Twitch.
Yeah.
Just so you know.
And the thing is, creative is a community.
And this is the community of creatives, and there's a whole bunch of channels involved here. Isn't that cool though? That's cool, right? Absolutely. Now, when you go back to the browse and you click on communities, or you click on creative communities, and I like what Lolan said, great place for music as well.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Now it's more organized into different categories.
Arts. I mean, these are communities that are made by individuals like you and I, and then you can join this as your channel. Like your channel can join this community because that's where you fit in. You could also make your own. So if
90 days to make your own community.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And I'm
on there and start building your platform. Okay. All right, let's go back to the top menu. We've did that 3 dots. Let's move over to search. Search is explanatory, right? We don't have self-explanatory there. And then you have the little crown. This is Prime Loot. This is where you would find all the in-game goodies that you get being a Prime member. And if you scroll down there, these are some of the things that are available. And there's just all these different things where it'll say claim your loot now. you're into gaming, that's cool. None of the people watching really are into gaming, except for Steve.
That's right, Stephen. There
Sorry,
you go,
Stephen.
But
then the next thing is a bell. We're familiar with the bell. That's where you get notifications. So if one of your friends sent you a message, you'd have that there, or if somebody was going live, whatever, you'd have that there. The next thing is your profile. So this is the profile, and there's a drop down.
Yep, drop down arrow. Yep, got it.
All right, so you have your profile drop down, and right away we're met with the word online, and it has a green box next to it. And then the next thing underneath is invisible. Now these two are a toggle, so either you're online or you're invisible. So it's one or the other, okay? If you want to be on Twitch but not let your friends know that you're doing anything, you can click invisible. Go ahead and click that.
Okay.
And you'll notice underneath your profile name, it just shows you as invisible, and you're sort of grayed out. That means if I were on right now and I look over at my friends online, I can see actually that Andy is online right now. And I don't see that you're online because you're invisible. Actually, we're not friends yet, but we'll just pretend. So I would not see that you are online because you're in invisible mode. So that's kind of cool. Now, there's another box just below that. And that one is sharing your activity. So if you were over watching that food channel, which is not a channel, it's a community, but if you were watching one of the channels in the food community and you had that box checked, I would know when I looked at my friends list what you were doing, and I can actually go join you. So that's kind of cool. But if you don't want people to know, then you uncheck that box and they won't see your activity.
Yeah, what you're doing.
And then the next box is dark mode. Now this is cool. If you click it, oh, subtle change. All that was white has now turned black. On, off, just like that. Okay, the next thing available is your channel. Now we're going to spend a little bit of time on each one of these areas here. Your channel is, when you click that, I like how you waited for me to tell you to click it. That was awesome. All right. When you click that, you are presented with what the world sees as your channel. There's a lot of things that you can do here for editing yourself, editing your channel and stuff. We'll talk a little bit about it. Some of the things that you need to edit here are not editable here. They're editable in different places. We'll mention that as we go. So what the world sees, you see there is your offline big black screen. There is something you can actually put a piece of art there, or a card, or whatever you want to call it, telling people that you might go live on Mondays at such and such time, right? So you could actually advertise for your next upcoming stream here, and they would be presented with that image instead of a black screen. That's available to you. Not editable here, but it is available to do that.
Nice.
If you look at this area here, we see, okay, I have a note here that there's a menu. Okay, so we have in that white bar up above, there you go, we have a few menus. We have let's go back just a little bit. That's your profile. When you click that, it's going to shift down, and now you have a profile banner. So this is more space for you to
add a banner or something.
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what that called, it brand, where you can put your brand or any information you want people to see all the time about you. That kind of stuff can go there. The next word is videos. If you had a library of videos, this is where they would be stored, your past events, all that kind of stuff. The next one is clips. These are little, I think it's 60 seconds or less clips that you can take from a live stream that are just sort of like it's almost like a nugget.
Like a preview kind of thing or something. Yeah.
And here's what's really cool. I could take clips of yours, your stream, like stuff, like if there's a part that I really liked, or that, like if when, let's say, somebody was to have exploding glitter, then you would clip that part, that kind of stuff. And that would be fun to watch over and over again. Anyway, collections reminds me sort of playlists, sort of.
Okay.
Collections. I don't know what else to call it. All right, then we have events. So if you have like upcoming things that you want to schedule for, and
Promoting and
then
stuff.
all of your past events will be stored here as well. Then you have another one called followers, and this is really sad. You have a 0 there, but that's okay. That's going to change. So followers, and then everybody that you follow would be listed here, and then the next one would be following. And that would be the people that I'm sorry, the first one is followers, people that follow you. The next one is following the people that you follow. So trying to do this quickly because I don't know when we're going to ever end. All right. Then over on the right hand side, you have the chat, which is just like any other live chat. So it's nothing exciting there. Scroll down.
Can't.
You don't have a scroll down? You don't have more area underneath all this?
Down here? Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay.
Go back to the main screen. Now scroll down.
Yeah.
All right, so you see that green box checkbox there is for the channel feed, and when you uncheck it or toggle it off like that, then it hides that. So remember back in the beginning, I said there was a box for you to chat on, and when you wrote in there, that would go out to the people who follow you. It's also stored here underneath your videos. So right in this place, when you check that green, then right there is that same box, that exact same box. And if you had written a message saying, you know, welcome to my channel, I'm going to go live every Wednesday, then that message would be held right there. So you would see that you had posted before. Nice. And anybody who came to your channel would be able to see that message that you've posted as well. You keep looking around in this area, you see things like edit, what is that word?
Panels.
Panels. That's where you can add things about who you are, maybe a description or something. You can add all kinds of things in there. Maybe a sponsor if you have a sponsor, whatever. There's so many things you can do there. Take a look at other channels that are partners. They've got some pretty cool stuff that they've done in that area, but that's where you edit that. And that's it for this section. So now go back to your profile.
Back to my profile.
Over that way, yeah. And then the next thing you want to click on is Video Producer. This takes us directly into the dashboard, and we're going to talk about this in a minute. So I don't want to spend any, too much time here, but that's just basically a shortcut to a really important part of streaming. So we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Go back to friends. And those would be the friends that you have made. But I'm sorry, you don't have any friends yet, but we'll get to them, Michael. Don't worry about it. All right. Then if you go back to your profile again and you see there's messages. And this would be sort of like, they call it inbox, outbox, everything. It's sort of like mail, a little bit like mail, right? This is not like chats or whispers, they call them, that you would be conversing with your friends. There's a way for you, if you had friends, you'd be able to, I like saying that, if only you had friends, Michael. You would be able to chit chat with them in sort of an instant message situation. That's different than this. These are messages like mail. Okay.
Okay.
The next one is
subscriptions.
Yep. So this would be your subscriptions and the people that you gift to. All that is listed there. So you could actually go now, who am I paying money to?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, then the next thing on the profile is
inventory.
Inventory. All right, good. I'm glad we both have the same things because so far this is good. Now, this is really more about gaming stuff. Okay, so bear with me as we go through this. Crates are like goodie boxes. Emotes are those emojis that I was talking about that you can get from subscribers. That's where your emotes would be. And they might only be from crates here, but I'm not positive on this. I don't have any. That's all I know. I don't have any, so don't know how to do it yet. Badges, as you achieve things in your games and whatnot, your badges are there. And then drops are like goodies that drop in games. So again, that's game stuff. Next, payments. I'm whipping through it, so
no, that's good. That's good.
You don't spend too much time on the stuff that doesn't really matter. Payments, this would be where you would have your method of payment so that you can do those things like subscribe to other folks and get those bits and all that jazz. All right, so then the next thing is settings. All right. This is where you get to change your profile pic, the banner that we showed at the very top when you clicked on your name and it scooted down and there was a banner up there. That's where you get to change that. It's also where you get to change
email, username, display name,
bio. Yep. And this is also where you can disable your accounts. So if you decide Twitch is not for you, this is where you get rid of it. Okay. Okay, so now there's a menu at the top. I'm glad I wrote myself these notes. There is a menu at the top, and you see Twitch Prime. That's where you can, if you have a Twitch Prime account, this is where you would get, they're just encouraging you to get it. But it would be where you could actually do things like change your chat color. You get to change your emoticons, so you kind of like get to customize a little bit. And I wish I could read my note. Something to do with subs. Okay. Yeah, so there's another thing there. Sorry. Okay. No worries. All right. The next thing is on that menu is channel and vids. All right, so this is where you get to change out your channel art banner. Yeah, so this is that banner that I was telling you about that pops down. That's where you get to choose that. Oh, no, I lied to you. This is the video
banner. Yeah, the video banner.
So that big black box that we saw that said you were offline, you could put something there letting folks know what it is that you want to do. And then when they come to your channel, they'll know, oh, well, he's not live now, but look at what he does, you know? So,
is this could this be like a GIF, an animated thing, or is it a video, or is it just a image, or do you know?
As far as I can tell so far, it's just a JPEG.
Okay.
That's what I put in mine because it wouldn't let me load up a PNG. So I would assume it probably won't let you do a GIF. But anyway, so this is also where your hosting details are. And this is an interesting concept on Twitch. When you're not live, you can actually host other people's streams. So you could still have people coming to your stream and watching, but you're hosting someone else's. And I don't know exactly how this works. This is another one of those questions I still have that I need to answer things. You can actually do things like if Michael and I were on live streaming at opposite times and opposite days, we could be sort of in partnership with each other and say, hey, I'll stream yours. You can stream mine. Sounds kind of cool. But you can set things up for automatic stream and all kinds of stuff. That requires some more attention there. There's also some content stuff there and moderations.
Yeah, mature content. I see that.
Mature content, yep. And then blocked and permitted stuff and dealing with like comments in your chat. All that stuff is there. So that's where you fix all of that. And then the next menu item. Oh, sorry.
No, I was just going through all of the stuff that was on there. There's a lot of stuff on there, actually. Helps you moderate and stuff like that. Security and privacy.
All right. Andrew had a question, so I want to make sure we don't ignore all of this.
Can you only host live streams rather than previous videos?
Hosting, I believe, is for live streams. So, previous videos are called something else, and we'll get to those in a minute. Yeah, previous videos are something else. We'll talk about that in just a minute.
Okay, security and privacy.
Right. Yes, exactly. That's pretty obvious. That's where your security stuff is dealt with. Notifications.
Notifications turned on.
This is where you turn on, like, do you want to get push notifications? Do you want to get emails? What specific emails do you want to get? All that junk. Okay. Then we have connections. These are third-party things. So this is kind of cool. If you could scroll through this for just a little bit, there's some stuff in there that may or may not pertain to you. Facebook and Twitter and YouTube and stuff. There's all kinds of things in there. So connecting your accounts, these other accounts, to your Twitch account, and there's some benefits to all that. All that's read there. Then there's subscriptions, and we've seen this before.
It is true. We have.
So it's kind of interesting. You can find some things in a few different places. Okay.
For sure.
All right. So now let's go back to that profile menu, and now we're going to click on dashboard.
Okay, dashboard.
When we get to the dashboard, we're immediately greeted with the live section. If you look over on the left-hand side, you've got a left-hand menu going all the way down. We'll talk about each of those really quickly. Okay, we're going to go through a lot of this really quickly. I'm so sorry, guys, it's taking so long.
No, it's all good. I mean, hey, listen, this is very informative, and it's going to be something they can come back to and look at, which is kind of cool.
Oh, I hope so. That's exactly what I was going to say. I hope so. Okay. All right. So live is all the things that you need in order to go live. Everything is here. Your stream health, your key is here. A preview of your live chat is here. Everything, all your stats, it's all right here. So that's what this entire page is about. It looks a little cumbersome at first, and it's kind of overwhelming, but once you look at it, they're just modules. Modules for each section of what you need in order to go live. So it's really kind of cool, actually. The next area is
extensions. You're welcome.
All right. Things to add. This is fun. If you've ever watched a live stream on Twitch, the people who have been doing this for a long time have some pretty cool things where, like, if a subscriber gets added, like somebody new in the audience subscribes to their channel, it'll do things on the screen. And this is where you have that stuff happening. Or they might have little like a cookie jar being filled up with cookies as bits are being added to it. That kind of stuff is all found in here. These are all just like little add-ons, extensions that you can add on to your stream that make it a little bit more, and onto your channel too, not just your stream, but onto your channel, that'll make it a little bit more interesting. It's kind of cool, but it's also kind of weird.
Yeah.
It's weird to me only because I've never seen or done anything like that before, but the possibilities, I got stuff running around in my head with it all. Okay, the next one is achievements. And this is basically like a checklist to get you moving through Twitch. So if you don't know where to start, head on over to this part, and it sort of gives you like
an idea of hey, here's what here's some things you haven't done yet, but maybe you could, and all that kind of stuff. Gives you an idea.
And it's really cool because it's almost like a guide. But in like a badge format. So so it's like you get these little achievements for doing stuff, and as you do more and more achievements, you sort of level up in Twitch, where you get to go eventually into the affiliate program and then the partnership program. So if you're into that stuff, if that's your goal, this is a page that's very helpful to you, and it'll sort of get you through all that.
All right. Events.
Events are the pre-planned activities. So if you're going to have an event and you want your followers to know that you're going to be doing an event, this is where you would do some of that. And you also list your past events. I need to learn more about this section because I don't know exactly what it means.
Okay. I know I've added an event for my game show, but I have no idea what it means. I don't know what I did, but anyway.
All right, so we both need to learn that.
I know, exactly. Awesome.
Activity. This is your channel's activity. Things like you changed your password, you changed your category, your title is new, stuff like that.
Okay. Channel.
All right. Now this is under the analytics section.
Yeah,
that's right. This is channel under analytics section. You're going to see the word channel several times on this page, and that's why I'm specifying this is the word channel under the analytics section. So these are your analytics, and I'm sorry, but you don't have any.
It is so true.
But yeah, I mean it's your analytics for your channel, and then the next one would be stream summary. And then the next one would be stats, and all that's self-explanatory. It's the analytics for that information. I do like how simplified this is. I thought it was overwhelming at first, but when I started really looking at it, I was like, wow, it's simple. So videos is the next section.
Video producer. Here we go.
All right, and that's video for producer. This is the exact same thing we saw in the profile shortcut. So if you go back over to your profile, and you
Video
click
producer.
on Video Producer, it's going to bring you right to this page. So that's just basically a shortcut to get to this page.
Okay.
All right. And what you can do here is upload your videos, like videos on demand, so that people can watch videos that you want, not necessarily a live stream, but a video that you have done before, and then now you want to put it up there for them to see. You can also do premieres, which is where you can put up a video and then you can watch it with them and hang out in the chat. Don't really know a lot about all this stuff, but it's all pretty cool, neat things.
Okay.
Yep. Anyway, then we go to the next
video
one,
moderation.
Which is moderation. And this is interesting to me because I think this is where your messages would go if
somebody left a comment on the video or something.
I think.
Okay.
I don't fully understand this because it says add a message to one of your videos to encourage conversation. So I'm not sure if this is like, so messages will go into the chat while you're live streaming automatically, because I've seen that on some streams. I don't know if that's where this is done. And if it is, that's pretty cool because you can actually say things like, you know, hey, my subscribers actually receive XYZ, and you don't have to say it while you're live. Your moderation chat thing will do it. I think that's where this is done.
That's kind of cool.
Not sure. Okay. And then the next one is collections. Again, I think I said this before, but this is probably more accurate. This is playlists.
Collection where you put all the key ones or the ones organized to help you. Yeah, that's like a playlist. That makes sense.
Yeah, so organize them by topic or something maybe. I don't really know how it works because I haven't tried it yet. But then the next one is clips. I think we've seen this before as well.
Clips, yes.
Create those clips. Short little things clips I talked to you about before. Yep. Remember, they're stored on your channel, but this would be a whole list of them, and you could deal with stuff there. Okay, the next section is settings.
Yep.
And of course, we see the word channel yet again. And this is where you find your stream key. It's where you find you're storing your past broadcasts. Now, there's a note here. Past broadcasts are only available for 14 days if you have the base if you are a base account. Okay, so when you get started, your base account, you only have 14 days that they're saved. If you are a partner, a turbo, or a prime member, you have 60 days.
Nice.
There are some ways I have ideas about how to leverage that information and some stuff that we can talk about probably in a workshop if anybody's interested in that, but we're going to keep moving on.
Permissions.
Give others permissions like managers and editors and streamers. You can give people the ability at different parts of your channel, so you could have a whole team
that's nice.
that you could do this with. That's pretty awesome because YouTube's not very good at helping us with that kind of stuff. So that's pretty awesome. All right, guess what? That's it.
That's awesome. That's every section of every menu. Wow. Man, I'm worn out. I don't know about you guys, but that was
I'm tired. It's time
awesome.
to go to bed now.
Yep. All right, good night all. No, I'm just kidding. Or some of them going to lunch. Some of them are going to lunch because Ross had lunch come in. So, and I want to know what she's having so I can have some too because I want to have a little bit.
That would be nice. Yeah.
Whatever she's having. All right, that's awesome stuff. Great stuff. Thank you for sharing that. I mean, oh my God, that was awesome. That was very informative.
That was a lot. I tried to go through as fast as I could. I apologize everybody for how long it took, but hopefully it was good.
Yes, I think so too. Let's go right into. I'm going to go into tech in the news, and then we'll talk a little bit about us and our future. We'll go into that,
good.
And then
our future.
What the future holds for us. So let's do that. Let's go to tech in the news. Let's go right there. I want everybody to see what a couple things. There's about 3 things I think I saw this week that I want to go over with everybody, and you guys feel free to leave your comments. And if you heard some of this, Heather, feel free to interject as well. The first one is you can now start and resume your podcast between your phone and your Google Home. I don't know how many people actually watch a podcast or not watch, listen to a podcast, but I thought that was kind of cool. Now you can do it. You can send it right to your Google Home from your phone.
So does it mean you could listen to it over your speakers?
Yeah, exactly. Over your Google Home right there. So yes, exactly. So I thought that was kind of cool because there's a lot of times when I'm listening to a podcast on my cell phone, I come in the house, I'd love to transfer that over without having to go through the whole process. And supposedly this is a process that you can do that now. So
nice.
Yeah, I think that's awesome. Let's see here. And then the next thing is Google Chat. Everything you need to know. Google. Those of you that I'm very saddened by this, those of you that did not hear, but Allo, they have stopped. They haven't canceled it or shut it down or anything, but they've stopped. They still do support for it, but they've stopped embellishing it. They're really focused on Google Chat.
Of Allo that we have is the version of Allo we will always have.
That's right. And then so they're talking about Google Chat. They're really focusing Google Chat on this RCS, I believe it's called. Yeah, there it is, RCS Ready. And everything Android, everything, whether it's WhatsApp, whether it's Google Chat, whether it's all of them, what they're trying to do is make one huge thing where it's all one system, and that's that RCS that it's talking about. If you want to read that article, it's very interesting. Be real curious to see how that goes.
That'll be very cool if the RCS has Allo abilities.
Feature, I know.
Because I really love Allo. I think it's like the most fun way to chat, but
do too.
Whatever.
I know. I agree with you.
I need more people to join me on Allo so they can regret what they just decided. But
That's
anyway,
right.
Okay, sorry.
And,
Next.
oh my goodness, Gmail's biggest redesign is now live. They've been talking about this for a couple weeks now. And the new Gmail with some features like snoozing and features like, all kinds of stuff. Things that they're doing. And the new Gmail is going to have where you can put keep on the right-hand side. You can have calendar on the right-hand side. They're doing all kinds of stuff, really kind of making it like Inbox. Some of the features that they're doing. There it is, Google's Inbox app. There you go, stuff like that. But see, like right here where you have the calendar on the right-hand side, really you can drag and drop between your email and stuff. So those of you that use Gmail as well as your Google Calendar, it's really kind of cool. It's really some neat stuff that they're doing and what they're bringing to it. I think it's going to be neat. Yeah, I think it's going to be more productive because it's kind of what I do on screen. Like when I'm doing something and I have 2 of those things open at the same time anyway. So a lot of times I do that.
No, I always have a tab with the Gmail. I always have a tab with my calendar.
Yeah,
always.
Exactly. And I actually do it with Keep too. With Keep, I'll just drag stuff over, put stuff in, that kind of thing, and get an email and push it to the calendar. All kinds of stuff. So we'll see. Well, that's cool. Andrew says he actually played with it earlier tonight, and I don't have it yet for my desktop. I don't have it on desktop, and I know he doesn't. I know he doesn't have a mobile, so.
So it has to be on his.
It has to be on his desktop. That's exactly right.
Speaking of Andrew, do you know that tomorrow he starts his 76th year?
76th year. That is just incredible. I remember my 76th year.
Was like,
oh no.
You've been calling him like 196.
Yeah,
or
that's
something.
right. Exactly.
I don't know how long.
That's right. All right, well, let's talk to them. Let's talk to the folks out there. Tell them what we're doing.
All right, so we've already said that we're changing the name. Do you want to tell them what you're changing the name to?
Sure.
Because you've given them a hint, but
well,
let's see if they figure it out.
If you happen to see inside the Twitch there, the name was already up there. Tinkering with Tech is going to be our new name. It's not going to be the H&M Show anymore.
Oh, we should have had like a drum roll.
We should have. I know I should have done
Do it
that.
again.
But
All right,
Tinkering with Tech. Tinkering with Tech. So yeah,
Tinkering with Tech. I love it.
Yep. So it's going to be awesome. I think what a lot of the same format, a lot of the same things, but I'm going to involve more, get you guys engaged more in the audience, especially when it's time for like the tech and the news, to get your feedback, what you think, how you use it, and some of those kind of things. Really get you people out there involved, as well as leaving comments after you watch the show later. Some people that you come back and watch. And encourage people to jump into the community. We really want people to be a part of the community. The more and more here. Go ahead.
I really want to add that, the biggest portion, I think, is that we've learned a lot over this last year. We talked about this. We learned a lot of things this past year, and one of them was when we started the H&M show, we didn't really know what we were doing. And so like Michael's saying, we want to make sure the direction goes a certain way. And now we know the direction. We didn't know when we started. And so the H&M show is just sort of like a placeholder of what the heck is this thing even going to turn into? And it is really clearly about the tech and the guests that you bring on. And you've done such a tremendous job of making this show not just something to watch, but something that is pleasant to watch with all the things you've added to it. I mean, the things that you've made happen here visually make it appealing to sit through and watch. So it's not just a boring talking heads thing. So I think that's awesome. And this new name gives people the idea this is what it's about, whereas H&M show was kind of questionable. I'm not really sure what that's about.
Exactly.
Plus it had an ampersand in it, and that just ruins it.
Blew it for and I actually did some search stuff. I did some search things, and tech comes up a lot better than like an H&M show, like she said, that doesn't really give what it is and that kind of stuff. Yeah, it's us too and all that kind of stuff, but it's more searchable. It's more geared toward giving people an idea of what we're actually talking about. And
so here's why I bring this up. The reason why I was bringing this up is because there might be somebody out there who is like, I didn't really know where I was going when I started my small business, and I'm not really sure about, is this working? Are you able to rebrand yourself, and how? And I'm not saying that we're doing it right or that this is the way to go or anything. Right. What I'm saying is that it is possible, and you're going to see firsthand, because you're here during this thing, you're going to see firsthand what improvements come from this. And I'm pretty sure that we're going to see some great changes and some great improvements over visually watching the show grow, and the numbers and stats and things that come from that. I think we're going to see a lot of that. So that's what I wanted the audience to take away from this, is that it is possible to grow and to not be stuck. No matter what you've done, you can grow from here and you can evolve. And one of the things that I remember with Debbie Davis, good friend Debbie Davis, she always had these three things that she would say: framework, and I can't remember them all, but I remember the last one I added to it was it was framework and focus, and I can't remember the last one, but I added.
She's going to be so disappointed. No, I'm just kidding.
I know she's going to be disappointed, but I could never remember when we were working together either, so she wouldn't be shocked. But the last one I always added to her three words was fluidity, because I feel like you have to be fluid, especially today when we're talking about tech. It changes sometimes overnight.
Yeah.
So if you're not flexible, if you're not fluid, then you're going to end up getting stuck. So these are just the things that we wanted to make sure you took away tonight. And I personally wanted to say thank you, because although the H&M show as a name is ending, the idea of what you've seen so far and what you're going to see over the next year is not ending. So wanted to make sure that was clear. And the community has been tremendous, and the people there are awesome.
Yeah,
so
no
we
doubt.
want to make sure we still provide for them.
Yeah, that is not going to change at all. And I'm going to tell you something. Those that want to come back, when you come back and rewatch this, and you're considering, just come in for a month. Just watch for a month. Just see what we do, because the workshops, everybody that I've talked to, the workshops have helped people. I told Heather this before we got into the show tonight. One of our members came up to me and said, look, after you helping us on our show, it encouraged me to go into OBS. And there's a lot of people that do OBS videos out there, But I'm going to tell you something. I watched your video and created my own stuff watching your video side by side because it was so helpful and explanatory. It just made me feel really good. I mean, it just made me feel, you know,
and
so,
it should.
so,
That,
well, so to him, his value was there, even though it was $10 a month or 120 a year, however you want to look at it. He didn't care. He said that paid for it in itself. He said, because I always had that, and I had that to go back on and reference. So,
and I was just going to say, in the workshops, the ones that we've already done are there. So, I mean, if you came in for 1 month, you'd have access to everything.
You'd have all the past ones, exactly. So
everything that we've done.
And when we do a Twitch workshop,
one a month.
Yeah. So when we do a Twitch workshop, or we do, you know, this is a great time to get on that and learn some of those things. So we've done a YouTube workshop where you did fantastic. That was awesome.
We try really hard to do what it is that our community members are asking for, and the things that are hot in topics right now. So we're trying really hard to learn these things. Sometimes like Twitch, obviously I'm learning this along with you guys, trying to stay a step ahead, but there's it's what's hot. Right? It's what's going on right now. So we're trying to learn that, and we're going to be learning it together. And in a workshop place, we can actually sit face to face in a Zoom, and you can ask your questions, and you can say, now, wait a minute, I'm on that page you're looking at, and I don't see what you're seeing, or I tried loading it, but it's not working. What size did you use? These are all the types of things that we talk about in a workshop, and you're able to just sort of raise your hand.
Yeah, exactly.
Without really raising your hand and get involved. Cool.
And I know Bill was another one who's in our community as well. He's not here tonight because he's planning on moving back to Canada or whatever.
Oh yeah, that's right.
He's going to be.
Hi, Bill, in replay.
That's right. But he brought up a great point too. There was things on Pixlr that we did. We did a Pixlr workshop, and I had time-stamped every single thing. So a certain feature he was looking for, he could go down that timestamp, click on it, go to the video, and it just reminded him it was just that quick. He didn't have to go through my YouTube channel, go search for what he wanted and all that kind of stuff. It was in the community. It was in one of the workshops. And I just thought about this, Brain. We'll write this down because it's recorded. But what I think we should do on our pinned post in the community, have all the workshops right there with a link. So we can go to it. I think that'd be an excellent
You know
thing.
What else I think would be, since we're going to talk about things we should do? Excuse us, audience. I know.
We'll see y'all later.
We should also make a public list of all the different workshops that we've done, so that way people will know what we're doing inside the community.
Yeah, that's a great idea.
Right.
And maybe have some little snippets too.
Go ahead. I'm going to take a note.
Okay, you could take a note. But folks, what I want to say too is thank you. This has been 1 year of doing this. We're coming up, I forget the date I told you. I think it was May something. But I think that this is really useful. And after the show tonight, all community members that want to come in, please come in with us. Okay, please come in with us. We're going to talk to you a little bit, letting you know that none of this is going away. We're embellishing it and making it better and more recognizable, and where we can find it. Easier to find, for people to find and get to. That's all. It's really interesting because it's really cool when you do this kind of stuff. Thank you very much for noting that. But it's really cool what Heather and I have learned. We always knew we've been friends forever, and we knew we kind of want to do a show together because we work well with each other. And I love doing all the graphics and fun stuff like that. So that's what we just want to make sure that it's more searchable, all these kind of things. We're looking at some of those kind of things, how to find it, what it means to somebody. Somebody will watch something that says tech in it as opposed to H&M because they don't know.
As opposed to an ampersand.
Ampersand. That's okay. I know. I was trying to be nice. I'm trying to be nice. Now, so look for that. Please look for our new channel. We're going to have a new channel out there, a new name, all this kind of stuff, so you can go and
new channel. You're talking about the Twitch channel, or are you talking about a new YouTube channel? What are you talking about?
Both. It's going to be everywhere. It's going to be all over the place. But look, no.
He's doing a new YouTube channel? No, I didn't know that. Are you serious?
I don't know. I don't know if I'm going to. I'm debating that. But anyway, the new name, I wanted to go out, your real estate whisperer, Christina says, so what's the new name again, since I missed the beginning? No problem. It is, and I'll type it in, it's Tinkering with Tech. And I have a whole cool little thing, but I had anybody that knows me knows that I had baseball and stuff tonight, so I didn't have time to get all that done. But
yeah, we actually had some cool ideas. We're going to be revealing some of that stuff. Don't let it go. Don't let it go, Michael.
That's right,
we got some stuff to reveal. You got to have something to look forward to, right, y'all?
That's right.
So do some deep YouTube SEO stuff for searchability.
Yeah, that's a great point.
Got it,
that's a great point. Yeah, and I kind of did some of that too, because the word tech in something really does come up a lot quicker than a lot of other stuff. So I did some of that.
Anything with an ampersand does not.
That's exactly right. Exactly right. So listen, I don't want this thing to be.
Can I just let them in? I know I gotta let them in on a little secret. So we're having this goes back to much more than a year ago, because I think, what did we start talking about this about 3 months before we actually went live? Because it took us a little bit of time to jump, right? But we were trying to come up with the name, and we're trying to figure it out. We had really no clue where we were going with this. And all we knew is that we wanted to have some sort of tech discussion, and we definitely wanted to have fun. But overall, just we wanted to help people. That's what we knew. So help was kind of a part of that. I don't know. The H&M show just happened because it's Heather and Michael, right? That's just sort of where we went with it. But I will promise you, from the very beginning, Michael said it has an ampersand.
I love it.
And he fought tooth and nail about the ampersand. I mean, he was like, "Dear Lord, please, can we not have it?" And I refused. I refused to listen.
I did.
And here we are a year later, giving up the darn ampersand.
Let me tell you.
That's fine. I'm crying on the inside. I am crying on the inside.
My personal channel, just for those of you that do go to my YouTube channel, which is where all of this is based on, I'm probably going to keep the Tinkering with Tech will be on that channel, on my channel, and also any tech videos that I do. So all of that's tech related on my regular channel. I'm thinking about pushing the game show over to Twitch, pushing all of that over to Twitch. I'll still feed to both, but I'll really sell the game show over on the Twitch side. I think that's kind of where I'm thinking and going, and we'll see what happens. But you can still arrive at the game show either way. But I'm going to try and bring Twitch into the picture and do all that kind of stuff. So that's kind of where I'm going with that. So there's not so much diversity on my channel. So that's kind of where I think I'm going. I haven't totally thought that out, but
that's where he's going at the moment. We'll see what happens tomorrow.
Yeah. Been a great learning experience. Thank you, everybody that watched tonight. I'm so glad. Yeah,
Richard asked the question, since we already subscribed to H&M Show, do we have to subscribe to the new show? So no, Michael just made that pretty clear.
Yeah.
The being subscribed to Michael Daniels' YouTube channel, you're safe.
Yes. And I have been reached just to for your real estate whisperer. She says, "Oh hell, I like the game show on YouTube." It's not going away from YouTube. I'm just going to push on Twitch more. Is all I'm going to do.
Right.
I'm not going to take it totally out. You just won't have like the playlist.
Right.
I won't have the playlist on YouTube and that kind of thing. You'll still be able to find it in my videos. Yeah, I'll still stream it. Right now, I'm streaming to both. I'm streaming to Twitch and YouTube. I'm not going to change that. Right now, I'm not going to change that for a while. So I'm looking forward to it. It should be a lot of fun, and it should be good. I think it'll be, I don't know. I think it's going to be great. So we're going to see. I don't know. We'll see.
Stuff.
We'll find out.
I like that last comment she said there. I think you have a great direction to tailor down your channel. Yep, I agree.
Great point.
I agree.
Great point.
It's good to see you focusing, because you have a lot of stuff going on. So it's good to see you focusing.
Yeah, thank you. I appreciate it. And
all right.
And it's both
6
of us.
6 hours later?
Yeah, 6 hours later.
Yeah.
Oh, no. We're going to spend another hour. You know, I want this the longest video that I've ever done. No, I'm kidding.
Man, I'm like, I haven't had dinner yet.
We're going into the community. We're going to do the after party in the community. Hey, folks, try out anybody that's not a member and you want to become a member. Just become a member for 1 month, $10. Just put $10 in, come be a member for a month, see what we do, and you can always get out whenever you want. It's not that big of a deal. We have no problem with refunding if you didn't like it, so...
Yeah. Hey, if you don't like it, tell us. We'll give you your money back.
Yeah, I don't care. It doesn't matter. So, yeah, we're going to get in with the community. I'm going to kick this off. Thank you so much, everyone, for watching. I hope that somebody learned a little something tonight, but also I hope that we can build a good community in YouTube and Twitch or wherever we are.
Wherever.
That's right. Thank you, everybody. Good night. Thank you.
Good night.
All right, let me get this sound.